Leita's
I
there.
hear you.
Look at that.
Hello.
You have a
Hi,
hard
Leita.
time hearing, Gretchen? Is that what you said?
I'm not very good at this, and I have a new computer, so I'm just sort of getting used to it. But no, I can hear everything fine. I had to
wonderful.
join with video, and that worked out fine.
Wonderful.
There's Leita.
Wonderful. We have Dave Papp was here a minute ago.
Oh, no.
Mary Ann's coming on right now. There she, oh, outdoors. Looking good.
I want one of your background screens, Mike.
That's actually, I should start, I'm going to start. I guess I did start recording, right? Can anybody tell whether I'm recording on their screen? Does it look like
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It
I don't
does say
I don't want to screw up again, right?
Yeah,
it.
little icon in my upper left-hand corner says recording.
Perfect. Perfect.
Mine too.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, I do see that. Thanks, Buckster.
All right.
Hey,
How
Bucky.
is everybody? Hi, Mary Ann.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, no complaints. No complaints. Dave Papp was just here a second ago, and I don't see him now.
I don't see Mary Ann anymore.
You don't?
Oh, no kidding. So, I'm not sure on your
Oh, now I do.
Gretchen. In the upper right-hand corner, you can go to gallery view or speaker view.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do I pick? Gallery?
Gallery.
Go switch it, and you see everybody all at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that Leita over there?
Because mine actually says speaker view, but what I'm looking at is gallery view. So I'd have to hit on that speaker view to change it. In other words, so I'm in gallery view. In that upper right-hand corner, mine says just the opposite. It says speaker view.
Oh.
Yeah, hard to follow.
I
Oh,
see
no, I see
Leita.
it.
Yeah.
I don't see Dave or Mary Ann again.
What view are you in the upper right-hand corner there, Bucky? On your screen, the upper right-hand corner, does it say speaker view or gallery view?
My screen doesn't say anything.
Top
Put your
right, way in the
cursor.
top right?
Put your cursor up there.
Gallery, okay, gallery view, and I got that at the top of my screen.
All right, so click it so it'll actually say speaker view, but it'll be putting you in gallery view and you'll be seeing everybody. Otherwise, you'll only see the one person who's talking.
All right, I see 5 people now.
There you go. Okay, so
Myself,
right,
Mike,
that's all we, here comes Nancy.
Leita, and Mary Ann.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
Cool.
Nancy,
Yeah.
Hey, hi.
Yay!
How many? There's 6 of us.
So far,
Yeah.
so far. Jim Carpenter said he was actually going to try to join us today.
Wow.
That would be nice.
Set up with it and whatnot, and we'll see. We'll see.
You all look wonderful, of course.
As do you, yeah. We're not.
Look who's talking.
everybody's looking good.
Look at
Nancy.
Mary Ann out there in the sunshine. Well, outside anyway.
Yes, yes.
Mary Ann lives on the cooler side of town because on our porch right now, it's 97 degrees.
You're kidding.
No, that's exactly, and it's in the thermometer's in the shade under our porch, so it's not like it's in, an incorrect reading.
Yeah, wow.
What's it in Ecuador right now, Leita?
I'm actually thrilled because we've had 2 sunny days in a row and it's actually 70 degrees out today.
Oh my God.
Middle of winter.
I'm jealous.
It's like September for us, right?
We've been in a heat wave. It's 90 in Amherst today.
Oh man.
I hate the heat.
This is our 4th heat wave this summer, right? I think I
I
heard
think
it's on the weather report.
Yeah.
I think it's been pretty solid since June.
Yeah, I know. There hasn't been much of a let off. You're right. Although this Saturday looks like about the only golf day for the whole week. 83 and lower humidity, it said. So that's certainly bearable. But
Mike, what do you have behind you? It looks so exotic and
you know what that is? It's a photograph from a photographer from the Cape Cod. His name is Bill Wakely.
okay.
And I just pulled it off the screen, his screen, and stuck it behind. There's actually a boat. If I move around a little bit, I have to get out. See the boat down
Oh,
there?
yeah.
So it's a sunset on Cape Cod, at one of the beaches, Skakit Beach or one of those, and it's just stuck up behind there. But it beats looking at our combination. What do we have? We have a laundry room, a sewing room, a craft room, and a computer room, all in one little space here. So
The combo.
Oh, well, whatever's behind you doesn't matter. It's looking right at you that counts.
well, thanks.
Great.
Are you,
That-
are you expecting others to join us?
Like I said, Dave Papp was just here a second ago. Well, I shouldn't say a second ago. He was here a few minutes ago, and now he's not. So I'm not sure. We know that Jerry can't make it because she's actually at her brother's funeral.
I read that.
I think as we speak right now. So she's had a tough,
I didn't-
tough past few months.
I didn't realize that so many of Jerry's relatives had it. I thought it was just her husband at first, and now I find out it's most of her family.
Right.
Bad.
Yeah. And I guess Doug is doing much better. He's out on the bike trails again, Jerry was saying, and whatnot. So that's certainly a good sign.
Leita, how's your COVID going in Ecuador?
Not well. And last week I was sick, and I didn't think it had anything to do with COVID. I was just sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
But now, like today, I walked over to see my physical therapist because I still have therapy for my shoulder. And I do it all the time. Once a week, I walk over there. I don't think anything. I had to stop like 3 times. I was so winded. I was
Really?
Uh-oh.
So I have a call into the doctor right now.
Yeah.
He thinks I need to get retested. I mean, I don't know when I would have been exposed, but
Right.
who knows? So we'll see.
Did-
I don't feel sick. I have no temperature. I have none of the symptoms except shortness of breath.
Well, yeah, you did the right thing by getting a doctor's appointment.
Oh, trying to get an appointment. There's a whole big difference there, Mike.
There's a line, right? Get in line, girl.
Yeah. Actually, most of the time here in Ecuador, you don't have a doctor's appointment. You just go to most of the doctors have their offices at one of the hospitals. You go there, you pay a fee, and it's like $30, and you get a ticket that gives you a number depending on where you were in line, and then you go and you sit and you wait for your number to come up.
Is it often a long time that you're waiting because of the?
If you don't get there early, it can be, yes.
Oh, boy.
Sounds like the registry of motor vehicles.
Actually, I think motor vehicles is a little easier. It's a little faster.
That's saying a lot.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Well, around here, a lot of the doctors cancel the appointments that you have. That's what's happened to me. Had to call and reschedule.
Yes.
Oh.
And is it months down the road that the rescheduling is taking place, Nance?
Yeah. It depends. It depends. I signed up for a blood test on Friday. I have to drive behind the medical center, and they had to know what my car is, and then I have to call, and then I have to go into a small tent. I mean, it's all the procedures are laid out and different. I haven't been for a long time, so it's just routine. But
But you're getting another test for COVID?
no.
No, it's just for
Just a physical blood test that you have periodically. I take thyroid medicine and that kind of thing, so I have to get it checked.
Sure. Okay.
I was able to go into the doctor's the other day, get a regular physical and blood work, but I think I was one of the first people that they were going to do that for.
Where was that, Marianne?
Right up here by the exercise place there, Planet Fitness.
Who's got a doctor's office up there?
I
Doctor?
think it's Cooley Dick Medical or something like
I
that.
never even knew that was up there. No kidding.
Yeah,
Wow, nice.
Yeah, it's
I
right
wound
there.
up with a physical myself last week, face to face. I mean, in person.
yeah.
So, and that was at Riverbend. Well, it's Trinity now, the Riverbend and Chicopee. So
Oh, yeah.
we're
yeah.
sort of back to normal as far as that goes.
I don't know if you've run into retirements. My dentist retired, my doctor retired. I haven't seen the new people yet either,
Oh,
so
wow.
You know, you're right, Nance. A lot of people are retiring. It's really kind of scary.
it couldn't be our
Well,
age, right?
Yeah. Maybe, maybe the younger, newer people would be good too.
Hey, I just called Dave Papp. He says it says
Oh,
somewhere that he has to
showed up.
wait.
Thank you. Yeah. He should be coming.
I had to wait for you
Thanks
too,
for
Mike.
doing that, Gretchen.
There he is.
Here he is.
Ah,
Oh my
I know you let me in.
David,
How's
I
things in the
quickly,
Northwest?
I quickly got a hold of my Belchertown BHS information on everyone
Wow.
and got a hold
Good
of
for
Dave.
you,
Hi,
Gretchen.
Dave. There you
That
are.
was fast.
man,
I
Gretchen,
usually don't answer phone calls from unknown women, but whatever.
Now you'd give it a
Wait a
shot, right,
minute.
Dave?
Yeah,
Just
right.
see what
I'm
it's all
not
about.
unknown. I'm not
that-
unknown.
Is that how it comes up, Dave? Unknown woman on phone? Right?
Yeah, that's it.
No, Dave, you had tried to join in like 10 minutes ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, and then I got distracted and I just left.
I could see your distraction right now. She's standing right there.
Yeah.
Hi, Don.
Hi,
There they are.
Looking good. Looking good.
I'm going outside to weed.
Oh,
That's what she
You're
does.
not in high
Okay,
today
fine.
either then, huh? Did
I
you go-
like your sunset, Mike. Where'd you go?
We can see
We-
you.
We can still see you, Dave.
Okay. Yeah, Mike, I like your sunset there.
Cape Cod. Thanks, Dave. Thanks.
That's, Mike, you said Skakit Beach. That was a regular haunt for me in the summer when I was a kid, when my father used to go down there.
Oh, no kidding.
It's about 3 or 4 miles up the shore from my father's place.
Beautiful. Beautiful. We're actually going to be there at the end of the month for a couple of days. My daughter and her husband and the grandkids have rented a house for a week. We're gonna,
Oh,
we're gonna put our car top camper on and stay in their driveway, but we're gonna go down for a couple of days, and they're just a walk from the beach. So it'll be an exercise in social distancing for sure for a couple of days, See how that works out.
yeah, my son has rented a place in Sandwich on the Cape for a month starting in the second week of September. And so I think, I'm supposed to go down there. I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll go down the last 2 weeks after he's sequestered a little bit. He's coming from Illinois.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Yep.
And I just hope, the requirements of Massachusetts for having a test or sequestering, I hope that will pass for him. We'll see.
Well, that's true. Yeah, they say coming in from out of state. Illinois is not one of the low risk states either. You're supposed to be a 14-day quarantine and all that. So he'll be in place. He'll be in place down there for that long for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the idea. They would quarantine there for 2 weeks first.
Yeah. Very nice. They're right on the water or what, Nancy?
Just a short walk.
Nice. Nice. Great.
I've driven and seen signs saying you have to get tested when you come in, and if you test positive, there's going to be a 14-day quarantine. But I don't know how they stop the people to test them just driving in.
Good point. The enforcement of that whole thing is the issue. How the hell do you do that?
not only that, how do you get results of the test back? I mean, everything I'm hearing about in the US, that it takes sometimes a week before you even get the results.
Exactly.
And that's
I think Massachusetts gets them faster. Honestly.
I think
I mean,
if you can show your quarantine for 2 weeks, that you're okay.
I mean, we have a lot of test sites now, a lot more test sites than we had before.
Well, they're driving directly from Illinois down to the Cape, so I don't know. We'll see. He says that it'll be fine. I just have to trust he's figured it out, you know?
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
So Bucky, did you get to do your fishing up in the up north this summer? Your
No
bass?
Lake Champlain, no.
Nothing. No, there was up the whole
That's what you're
tournament.
talking about, the fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they closed down. Most of the motels and everything are all closed down, so you
We had
Oh,
nothing.
get a place to stay. I think it's opening up now, but we haven't scheduled anything yet.
I was surprised I didn't see in Sturgis instead. You know. Can you believe? Can you believe that shit show in South Dakota? Holy
That motorcycle rally. Oh my God.
God, unbelievable. If I get sick, they said if I get sick, I want to get sick in Sturgis. You know, that was on the news. I'm saying, oh my God. Well, stay there if you get sick because don't bring it back.
But even the residents couldn't stop it from happening.
Right. What were the statistics? There's 7,000 people in that Sturgis area, you know, year round. There's 250,000 bikers come in and another 250,000 visitors. So it's like 500,000 people descend on that little township area in the suburbs for the week. I'm like thinking, oh, how do they do this year after year?
And they're going to test everybody when they leave, right? A week after they leave.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
It's not going to matter anymore.
I think that's what they said. Everybody can get a test 1 week after it's over. The residents.
In Sturgis somewhere? There's not that many test kits around, are there?
Well, apparently that's what they said on the news. So we'll see how they work that out. Gee.
Wow.
did that happen yet, or when does that happen?
It's happening right as we speak.
Oh,
Yeah.
right as we speak.
Going on.
Going,
Yeah, I
a
think
lot
it's
going on right as we speak.
Yeah.
Is that part of the Americade motorcycle thing? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Because it used to go up to Champlain in the beginning of June, and they had the Americade. There's thousands of bikes coming through. And it seems to be they got a bunch of stops, and it's a great big tour with, like Mike is saying, that type of thing for motorcyclists.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the same thing or not.
I didn't see a lot of masks.
When Nancy and I were traveling cross country, in Austin, Minnesota, is the Spam Museum.
Oh, I wanted to go there.
Honest to God, it was the best part of one of the best parts of our whole trip. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We didn't have a lot going on. She says, look at that billboard, Spam Museum. And it says brand new and whatnot. And we weren't far away. We're looking for a place to stop for the night anyhow. So we went in, and it was awesome. It was just everything was brand new, and it was a hands-on thing and whatnot. And it was just so well done. My favorite part was in the gift shop. They have, of course, T-shirts and stuff like that. And one of my favorite T-shirt was, of course, it's got the Harley Davidson logo on it. But instead of Harley Davidson, it says, "Not all hogs make it to Sturgis." And it was, the Harley Davidson one, it was a spam label instead of the words Harley Davidson. So I thought I should get that for somebody, except it was a $30 shirt, and I didn't know anybody
Oh, yeah.
that well.
Did they also offer little snacks of Spam?
You know, I don't remember having any, now that you mention it. But they did have some interesting, there's like 20-something different flavors of Spam in the can. It's not just like the original one that we have. They have it in garlic now and jalapeno and all these things. And you can't get them in all the stores, but they had them all there for sale, for sure. You know, it was pretty impressive. The other thing that I thought was kind of funny is that during the show that they had, the movie, you'd sit down and kind of get a history of it. They're saying how Hawaii is like the #1 Spam eater of all the 50 United States. They go full crazy over Spam. And when we were in Hawaii, just for our only time ever 3 years ago, the only use of spam that I saw out of the ordinary was like in McDonald's and stuff. Instead of bacon and eggs, it'd be spam
Bacon.
and eggs. You know, but other than that, there wasn't a lot of spam being sold or touted or pushed.
It kind of gives me goosebumps. I'm sorry, but you know, spam and I never did get along.
I like it fried, I have to admit.
I like it fried, but it has to be thin, very thin.
So you get a lot of crust, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
I
that's
think that's
good.
the way to do it.
The
Okay,
only
I got you.
spam I've seen in many years is on the my email
Oh.
menu down there.
Oh, that's right.
It's
Bucky, I
not the
got
lost
your
in
answer. I got your answer. Mary-Kate is canceled this year, and it's not included in Sturgis.
Okay.
Two different
I
things.
checked,
Okay.
I checked online.
Well, thank you.
You're
So
fast.
I am able to do that, but I
Yeah,
am not able to figure out the Zoom stuff very well yet.
You're doing fine. Doing fine.
Excuse me.
I need the help.
It's the phone.
Right.
So Lita, down in Ecuador, are the days and nights kind of like the same length all year round, or does it change
Not really, because we are
at the equator pretty much, right?
we're about 100, maybe 125 miles south of the equator. So technically, that's why it's technically winter here versus summer where you are.
Yeah.
But we get so little variation. It's pretty much, you know, light at 6 in the morning, and pretty much by 6:30 it's starting to get dark, and you know, it's
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can.
all year long. But you know, we also don't get the extreme hot or cold either. So, you know, like I said, this is technically winter, and last week it actually dropped down to 49 degrees, and that's all you heard about because it was so cold
I
at
can
night.
imagine. Yeah, that's crazy.
9 degrees in winter. Now, we are also at 8,350 feet above sea level, so we don't get the heat
Oh,
here.
that helps. That
That
helps.
sounds like a good place for me to move.
Yeah.
I don't care for the heat at all.
No, I agree with you, Bucky.
Yeah.
Guys,
Well, it's
Yeah,
64
cool.
degrees right now here.
I was wondering if we'd hear from
That's
you.
awesome. You always talk about how nice the weather is out there. Yeah, temperature wise. Yeah.
And at
Hey.
on summer solstice, the trees are still casting shadows at 10:30 or 11 at night.
Oh, wow.
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 How cold
That
does
last-
it get in the winter, Dave?
It gets down to 20s occasionally, but not very often. We do get some snow. Last year we got about 14 inches or so.
Wow.
But I just leave it on the driveway and don't go anywhere.
Using milk in a short.
Yeah. It's a solar snowplow. Takes care of it.
You get mostly rain there, Dave?
Yeah, we don't get as much rain as you guys do. In Seattle, they get 38 inches a year, but out in Sequim, where I am, we're in a rain shadow of the mountains, and we only get 13 inches.
Huh.
Oh,
A
wow.
total rainfall.
Yeah, it's actually the only place west of the Cascade Mountains in Washington that you have to irrigate to get things to grow.
Whoa. Wow.
I was thinking you might have been in the area like England, where you have rainy summers all the time. Rainy summers.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of gray, and matter of fact, it was only until 2 or 3 weeks ago that we quit having the crappy gray weather, and it finally started being beautiful every day. Now this will be cloud free until the end of October, and really, really nice. But unfortunately, we do a lot of camping normally. So bought a new pickup truck in December. It's only got 5,000 miles on it, where normally it'd have 25,000 on it by now. We can't go anywhere. All the parks are closed.
Yeah.
There's just no place to go. You can go camp at Walmart, but that's about it.
They stopped letting people camp in the Walmart parking lots around here anyhow.
Oh no, we've camped in them a couple of times. It's not fun, but it's a place to stop.
Yeah, yeah, if you need to, indeed.
Wasn't it shocking that so many people went with electricity all of that time after the recent tropical storm that we had? The poor people, especially in Connecticut, couldn't get, what a hardship they went through. And I think some of them are probably still going through it.
Even
Terrible.
Palmer was without power 2 days after the storm. You know, parts of Palmer, I should say. Yeah, it was great. How did Amherst, was Amherst okay? Did you get nailed or lose power?
It was okay where I live, lost TV for a couple hours, but there are parts of town that lost power for more than that. You know, a couple of days, a few days. But, you know, I worry a lot more about what's brewing down south, and they're about to name another storm, and they predicted so many more. And that's very scary now, because I don't think we're prepared to recover. Terrible.
I think in Belchertown, down on Warner Road, just on the east side of the center of town, about a mile down there, they lost power for about 3 days.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
But my brother lost power for 2 days. He was on Warren Wright Road on the east side of Belchertown.
Yeah, we got friends down there we loaned our generator to. They live on Lamson Ave, the other end of Warner Wright. Yeah, they were without power. Well, a little over a day. But yeah, it was spotty, for sure.
Well, it was a hardship. It was ironic. They took all their perishables, packed them up, drove them up to my brother's son in Belchertown Center. And then after, you know, everything had defrosted, and they turned around and came home, and the electricity just came back. So then they had to finish cleaning out everything and get their food back. And they're lucky it wasn't longer, actually.
Marianne said, "Let me in." She just
Yeah, I was gonna
texted
say,
me.
we lost Mary Ann.
I wondered where she went. I was just getting ready to text her.
I gotta keep my eye on that. I know we lost her, but I didn't
There
know.
she is.
There, she's back. Okay.
He's back.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Stop
had
and
it.
Shop lost. I'm sorry, Marianne. Stop and Shop lost all their power, and they lost most of their perishable goods. I heard somebody telling me there was melted ice cream all over the
Oh, no.
building where it all melted down.
No
Lost-
generators?
Yeah, you would have thought.
Apparently not enough. They had 2 small ones, and that amazes me. A place like that wouldn't have adequate backup
Right.
generator. But they didn't, so.
Well, did you hear Chris's story about she sent Dick down to the store to buy some things, and everything was gone, frozen food, and they wouldn't take a credit card, and it was a big wasted trip. Scary.
Yeah.
Very scary that happened.
It's amazing. Yeah, they got hit pretty hard by that and lost a bunch of food. And there's a day or two there where they were practically, you know, you go in and you don't get any of the perishable stuff. It took them a couple days to get restocked, but they're back now. So.
Although
I
I have to say that Chris's way of telling the story was actually almost funny. You know, I felt
Yes,
sorry
that
for poor Dick, but it was actually kind of funny in a way. It was like, oh my God, what a mess.
Well, it kind of scared me. I didn't know it was as dramatic as she, you know, shared. And so then I really paid a lot more attention. It was, and then with all those storms that potentially could come this year, it's very scary. Very, very scary. Do any of you have generators?
We do.
Do you have one?
I see 2 nodding heads, 3 nodding.
No, not here.
Dave, you do?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're always prepared for a tsunami because we're only, you know, they're maybe 75 feet above sea level. So
Whoa.
that's our thing. So the neighborhood has all gotten together. People have generators. We've all got walkie-talkies. We have a meeting once a year or a couple times a year. And there's a loudspeaker that's about 2 miles from us that's right on the water's edge. And we can hear it up here, and that's our warning signal for tsunami.
And
So they totally expect it.
what's the plan if there's a tsunami?
Maybe get higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, run.
Yeah. So yeah, the hill behind us goes up. The development goes up another 200 feet. So we got plenty of time. And actually, where our house sits is about 10 feet above what they think the maximum is going to be.
Oh,
That's kind of pretty close, Dave.
Yeah, yeah. They almost got it right. Yeah.
Did you think of that when you bought it?
Dave is out to sea.
Was that in the planning, Dave, or did that just happen?
That just happened. I don't do planning. Never have. Had about 7 ships going by here today that we can see, big cargo ships.
that's pretty.
We haven't had any for a long time. I mean, they've been very sporadic, but all of a sudden today, there's 7 of them in a row that go all the way out to the ocean. So they're coming in now. I don't know if it had anything to do with tariffs or what it was, but we just haven't seen the traffic we normally see.
Like commerce is picking back up again.
Evidently, yeah.
I was reading about a bigger worry about earthquakes, that they had, like, the seismologists have been saying that there were so many mini quakes, and when that happens, the big one is imminently closer. So I've been watching that too. It be part of this, this year that we're in, where everything bad potentially happens.
Yeah, get it all
Well,
over.
whoever heard of an earthquake in South Carolina? They just
I know, that was weird.
No, that was like a 5.1. That was a pretty good quake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We called I emailed Nancy's cousin who lives down there, but they live 400 miles away. They didn't even know there was a quake. They had to turn the news on to see what I was talking about, but they didn't feel a thing. So as far as I know, there's no damage or anything either, right?
Try living in the Andes Mountains if you're worried about earthquakes.
You get a lot down there in the Argentinian mountains. So they're south of you, right?
Well, Ecuador's on the west coast of South America, but Cuenca, where we live, is what's called a high Sierra Valley. So that's why we're at over 8,300 feet above sea level, but we're smack dab in the middle of the Andes Mountains.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you feel tremors a lot, or warnings of earthquakes, or?
Well, you know how people will say that animals seem to have a sense and sometimes warn you? The last earthquake that we actually felt, and it was minor. I've never had any damage or any problems here. We have at the coast major problems, but up here, the dog slept through the whole thing, didn't have a clue. I said, what is it, dog?
A great warning dog.
Yeah, right, exactly. But when we first came on, I don't know if you can see behind me, there's closed, blue doors are closed. I had to close the dog out because she kept barking, because she kept hearing voices and she couldn't figure out where it was coming from. So she was going crazy, barking at you guys. So yeah, great watchdog, dumb as a rock. Oh, wait, I'm a geologist. That would be rude to the rocks.
Hey, Leita, how's the family there? Gee, I can't think of her name.
Mercedes.
Yeah.
Her husband's the one who died from COVID.
Yeah.
The whole family tested positive. All had to go into quarantine. And now they've all been retested. They're all negative. Everybody's feeling fine. So, I mean, it's obviously they still you know, lost a husband and a father, but
Yeah.
they're all doing okay now. Thank you for asking.
Are people pretty good about wearing masks down where you are?
I just walked down to my therapist's office, which is about a little over 2 miles from where I live. So I walked down there and I saw one person had their mask down around their neck because he was smoking a cigarette walking down the sidewalk. But people, the minimum wage here is $342 a month.
Mm.
And the fine for being caught outside without a mask is $100. First offense is $100. So people are being pretty careful.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess.
Nice.
Do you still have the curfew there, Leita?
On the weekend, because apparently when they started having a rise again in the COVID cases,
Yeah.
was because, oh, let's go out and party and drink on the weekends and all get together, and then we all get sick and we all spread COVID around. So there's now Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there is now a 7 p.m. curfew. You can't be out on the streets, you can't be anywhere, and you can't buy alcohol on the weekend. So you can't like go to a liquor store or even go to a restaurant that you cannot buy any alcohol on the weekend. And
Wow.
that's one more thing they're trying to do to get people to pay attention to social distancing and not be really stupid.
Sounds like Belchertown in 1960.
Well, there is a reason they call Ecuador a third world country.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's.
Well, I remember coming home from California to Belchertown, and it's like Friday night, and my mom's looking at her watch going, well, if you want anything to drink, you better get it now because you won't be able to get back into the liquor store till Monday.
Right.
Oh,
Those
how,
right.
how about the Sunday
Blue laws.
blue laws? Thank you. Brian. Yep. Oh, well.
Something amazed me around here when they were shutting everything down when it was the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, they closed everything. I couldn't even go pistol shooting in a pistol range, you know? And yet the liquor stores are open. Things like that are open. The things they chose to close and the things they chose to leave open.
Where does the word essential
Oh, sense
come in
something.
here? Huh?
Yes, exactly. What is essential?
And I think that's part of the reason people are so angry about what's going on. Some things like that, a lot of stuff like that. But
Frustration.
yeah, oh yeah.
They must have thought that if they closed the liquor stores, their repercussions would be a lot worse than people over imbibing.
Well, let's hope that is why they did it. Not the
Liquor
other
stores are essential.
There have been a couple of times. I'm sure you all know Bush is a recovering alcoholic, has not had a drink in over 43 years. So I tend to not drink a lot just because it's kind of boring by yourself, you know? It's like, but I'll tell you, there have been a few times when I've been like, I can have a drink right now and things will get better.
That's great.
And I hate to say this, guys. Unfortunately, I have a couple things going. I think I might have mentioned to a couple of you that I have a new business.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to have a phone call with people from, believe it or not, California, who are dealing with the people in Nevis because they messed up. Sorry, I had to pick up a polite way of saying what I was
Using the right word there.
Yes, it was a word that began with F, trust me.
Let me-
They have really screwed up all the paperwork on our new business. And we're sitting there with holding contracts because we can't get started because they messed up our paperwork, you know, for our LLC. So I'm afraid I have to cut this a little bit short.
Well,
but
I
it's
just,
so
Leita,
cool to see everybody.
I have to say, I have to quote Mr. T, Leita, with those people that are going to be dealing with you from California. I just pity the fools that have to come up against you. They'll be sorry. They won't be making those mistakes again.
I have to tell you this. One of our partners who's actually, there were 4 original opening partners, and this guy is the president of the company. I'm the, believe it or not, the chief financial officer. He was talking to one of his clients who said, you really have faith in this, who's this crazy CFO that I've never heard of? And the response was, trust me, you do not want to mess with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
Good for you.
very good.
I remember
God.
hearing that when you were with FEMA.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that when you were with FEMA. This is nothing new with you.
The saga continues, huh? Gretchen?
And by the way, congratulations.
You
It was
guys are
good luck, Leita.
wonderful. It's so good to see you. And Mike, I hope you're going to set up some more of these. These are fabulous. I really like having a chance to see everybody. And
I tried really hard to get Bob here today. I even set up, I dragged my old iPad 2 out of mothballs, got Zoom set up on it, got it working yesterday, emailed him. I says, Bob, I can set it up on the porch for you. We can be socially distanced. You don't have to come in or anything. Unfortunately, he had plans, but he says, next time he said, I'm in. So let's see if we can.
maybe what we have to do is we all have to send him an email and say, get your butt into gear. Come
There you
on.
go. There you go.
I would have thought he'd be the first one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't want to do it because they're concerned about, viruses, computer viruses,
Yeah,
hacked and
security.
stuff
Yeah.
going on. But and I can understand the worry and whatnot. But
I think he's had trouble with his computer before. And
Yeah.
so he would be extra cautious. Yeah.
you're right. I mean, that's the reason. Exactly.
Yeah. So you guys don't have to stop just because, but I do have to run. I love you all. I am so glad to see you.
Likewise.
We'll always try and make a point of at least joining you for some period of the time so we can chat and catch up.
Cool.
But
Hide a bush.
okay.
Good luck with the business.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Leita.
Has anybody in Belchertown tried to find that that map they were talking about yesterday when Governor Baker did his online?
I saw it for a split second and then I lost it and I've been trying to find it ever since then.
Well, the first ones that we saw, you know what we're talking about, Gretchen?
I don't. I'm
Buck-
not.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, well, okay, so supposedly there's going to be a map of Massachusetts, town by town, showing the outlines of the towns. And the towns are going to be in different colors,
Yeah.
depending upon the number of active cases in the last few days, kind of a thing. So the colors may change. Like right now, Chelsea is spiking, so it's red, and there's other towns that are yellow and whatever. And the only picture that I got of it, it was just a picture. It wasn't the map itself. It was just what the map was going to look like. It's 3 different places: the Boston Globe, in other, but it wasn't the actual map where you could zoom in on Belchertown and see what was going on.
Yeah.
But I don't
And
know.
they didn't mark the towns on the
Correct.
map.
They didn't. So you'd have to know the shape of Belchertown. And there's so many towns in our area that look like Belchertown. And without Quabbin being on the map,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's real hard to pick out which one Belchertown. If Quabbin was there, it'd be real easy, or at the south end of it. But
Belchertown's got that little jog on the bottom,
it does.
and it's real.
That's
And
right.
Granby's next to it. Now, we just got a phone call yesterday, a robocall from the town saying that it sounded like there must have been a spike called in Granby, but their message was that there were 12 new cases, but 8 of them were in the same 2 families. So they were trying to say it wasn't as extensive or as, scary as what was portrayed in the report. But I try to keep up to date with what's going on, town by town. I check as soon as I know there's a report coming out. And Granby's been really good. So I do a lot of my shopping at the Dollar General, which is brand new in our town. I stay right in my own little local
That's
area.
nice.
It feels safer, you know?
So what kind of, they have the full selection of stuff there, Gretchen, at the Dollar General? I mean, they have fresh
Yeah.
meat and stuff?
Not meat, no, but you can get anything refrigerated or frozen, pretty much. Not anything. I mean, I'm not talking about, you know, steaks or anything like that.
You can get frozen
It's a
vegetables.
little convenience store, but I went there and I got my shower curtain, a nice fabric shower curtain, you know. It's cool to stop at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
but I think we all have to be really cognizant of this mask thing. And I do think that at this point, we do have to step right back into the, let's be careful, let's go back and stay home for a while. I mean, I think I see the spike happening, you know, it's on the news, so let's just be extra careful.
I mean, that's what Governor Baker said yesterday. He's not proceeding with phase 2 of the step
Right.
3, or the second
Right.
part of step 3 of phase 3.
Right.
We haven't done right yet, you know? And now
That's right.
his latest one was that if even with private gatherings, if there's 10 or more people from 2 different families, everybody has to be wearing a mask if they're over 2 years old. You know, I mean, that's another stipulation that they're putting in. So yeah,
China's been doing it for years, right? You know, I feel like it's just our turn. I mean, we're in a situation where we certainly can't ignore it. So, and that's what makes me feel a little better. You know, we're not the only ones, you know. We're in this situation. It stinks, but there is a way out, I feel, eventually.
yeah.
It's going to be a while.
Do you listen to his updates, Michael?
Who's?
Do you listen to the governor's update?
Not every time. When he first started, it was every time. I mean, every day. Then it got kind of like redundant after a while. So I usually the recap of it.
Yeah.
Or something. I happened to see part of it yesterday though when he was. He's always so very polite when he does it. He doesn't say you're a bunch of jerks for walking. But you know, there are the nice thing, like when at John Carpenter's service at the cemetery, every single person had a mask on. Everybody.
Oh, good.
I was at a cemetery gathering a week earlier in Chicopee. It was a memorial service for a cruise guy buddy who passed away 2 years ago. Only one person showed up with a mask. 30 people. You know, one mask was me. Yeah, I couldn't get a mask on. I just couldn't believe.
But that's Chicopee.
Yeah.
You know, I see things in Chicopee that shouldn't be happening too. I shop there. I know what you're saying.
Mindset.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
I shouldn't have to wear this. It's a free country. Well, you're protecting everybody and yourself.
We're protecting you with our masks. You know?
Yes.
Thanks for
Yes.
nothing, buddy.
Yes, exactly.
Where you are,
We
Dave?
keep doing it.
We're pretty, everybody's adhering pretty well to it here.
Yeah.
I do go to Home Depot and the grocery store. That's about the only 2 places I go. But everybody's got a mask on, and everybody's required to have a mask when they're in stores, and they're supposed to be when you're outside anywhere, really. But when they're in stores, pretty much everybody's got something on.
Yeah.
Nice.
The mask is taken off, I'll tell you.
Say it again, Mary.
The mask business is taking off.
Yeah, I know. You go online now; they're all over the place, right?
Whole new cottage industry now.
Yep.
Yeah. Now it's like $29 for 10 of them. Where they used to be
the paper
10
ones.
cents a piece. Yeah.
A lot of us are worried about the students coming back. I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a big debate going on about that. And now UMass's policy. You know, kids have put down deposits on apartments when UMass said you shouldn't bother coming to town if you're remotely learning, but they can't get out of their leases. So I don't know what they're gonna do. And then when you go to the grocery store, you wear a mask and they've got signs about which way you're supposed to walk on the aisles, but they're not enforcing it. So it's pretty scary. I might have to get up early and go during senior hours, and I hate to get up.
Well, I go to Belchertown.
I understand what Nancy's saying, but did you ever try to follow those signs? You walk
Yeah,
10 miles
I
to get
try
your
to follow.
groceries.
I try.
Yeah, it's hard.
The Stop
Sometimes
and
I
Shop
back up the aisle.
at 6 in the morning is empty. It is absolutely empty. I'm in and out of there in 10 minutes. I told Nancy my last trip was on Sunday or whatever, and there was not another single shopper in the store. There's workers, you know, but there was not a single shopper except when I went to check out. He was going through the self-check where I usually go, so I just went to the one where the lady was at the cash register. But it's virtually empty, so it's a real nice time to shop, you know, if you have to.
Where is that, Mike?
Our Stop and Shop right in Belchertown, 6
Senior
o'clock in the
hours?
morning. It's empty. Yeah, it works
Good to
out.
know.
Everybody has a mask. I mean, all the workers, and like I said, a few people that you do see, you know, the actual patrons, everybody's masked, so it's about as safe.
Was that 6 in the morning or 6 at night?
That'd be morning.
In the morning dance.
That's why you're there by yourself. I'm not there.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'll never be there, that's for sure.
I could see that look on your face, Nancy. When it was AM.
6 in the morning, no way. No way.
Yeah. Yeah, my Nancy's the same way. She just said, it must be the name. 6 in the morning and Nancy just doesn't go together in the same sentence.
Not when you're staying up late to watch the late news.
There you
Oh,
go.
there.
Hard to get up in the morning.
So Gretchen, Mary Ann sent me photos of Leo's gas pump that he
Yes.
created. That's awesome. That
He
is
did a wonderful job. Yeah.
that's
It's crazy.
cool. It stays out right in the side of the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Had a nice bee's nest that was built behind it.
Oh,
So we had to take care of that. We've had a lot of bee.
that Boston Hornet killer. Huh?
Yeah. I think I told you already, he's moving a Ford. He's moving a International onto a Ford frame. So that's what he's been working on lately.
Cool.
I've been painting the picnic table and the basement walls and anything else I can come up with to do, you know, keep busy.
Hey, you guys, I just want you to know, I know I'm dealing with some tough competition here with Michael and David. I'm not sure about Bucky and Nancy, and Gretchen's pretty skilled, but I built myself a cinder block bench.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
You'll be very impressed. Here.
Yay! Hey, nice job. Nice job.
Cool. You got nice square blocks.
They're supposed to be square.
I
Have you
nearly,
tried it out?
sure, yeah,
Oh.
very strict. I nearly killed myself because those things are heavy, I have to say. You know, they might not have been heavy when I was 40 or 50, but they're heavy now. So
You didn't get the hollow ones?
yeah, they're hollow, but I'm still,
So heavy.
they're still heavy.
Yeah.
Still heavy.
Ugh.
I've been helping a neighbor build a stairway. He bought the lot next door to me, and he's going to build a retirement home on it in 5 years. But it has a beautiful view from the top of the hill. So we just spent a week building a 3-platform, 22 stairway up the side of the hill to where he has a picnic table. So that's
Oh my
been
God.
a fun project.
Using like the railroad ties thing, Dave, or
No,
what?
we cemented posts in, and we used we made an actual staircase. So
Out
we
of-
cut out stringers and put
Oh,
2x6
pressure treated or-
threads across, and
Oh, nice. Oh,
so yeah, it came out really cool.
cool.
Yeah, a lot like my bench.
There you go.
Exactly. Like your bench.
We need side-by-side pictures for that.
Very
That'd be
clever.
good.
I used to see the big staircases like that, Dave, down at the Cape. On the
Yeah,
going
yeah,
up the cliffs.
something
And-
along those lines, except built by amateurs.
Yeah, well, they did. The ones at the Cape never lasted long. If you saw them for 2 seasons, you were lucky.
Yeah. I don't know how long this is going to last, but supposedly 5 years is what we're hoping to get out of it. I don't even know if you can see it, but
Oh, yeah,
I can see the bottom of it there, but
I do.
is that a
Wow.
continuation of your bench, Marianne?
Yeah.
Cinder blocks.
Right across the whole country. Right through Sturgis.
That's right. Kind of a little Forrest Gump project.
No beans.
So, well, I got an appointment at 3:15, so I'm going to have to check out.
All
But
right, well, we've done just about an hour. Should we plan on another month away from now, have another one, or 2 months, or what?
why don't
Whatever
you?
you say.
Yeah, maybe October would be good.
All right, so we'll skip September, and it will probably shoot for like the second Wednesday in October or something.
Sure.
All right, we'll see what works. Get together
Thank you,
then.
Michael,
Good
for
to me.
doing this very, very much. This is very, very nice.
This is
Appreciate
fun.
it a lot.
Yeah, great.
Glad to see all you guys.
Bucky, I want to thank you, Bucky, for changing your nap schedule around so you could join us today.
Oh, it was my golf schedule. I had to cancel out for today, so
Thanks for joining.
I'll make
Well,
them.
we appreciate it, and always
Black
nice to
Lives
see you,
Matter.
Dave.
there you go.
See everybody.
All right,
Nice to see you all.
see you in a bit, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Nan.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Take care.
Bye. You too.